Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. This is part 2 for the week of April 4th. This is part 1 right here. And if you haven't watched part 1 yet, it is linked up in the description down below. With the second house card, you have the Scorpio card. It says investigate on it. So I do feel it would be a good idea for you to investigate new ways of doing things. We talked about this in your first reading. At the end of your first reading, I was talking about education and kind of like learning ways to do things, anything you're trying to improve, and especially in areas of frustration. You have that funnel card there. It says period of frustration. Sorry, it's far away. I can't read it. I probably need glasses, right? But it says period of frustration on it. So I feel like for a lot of you that wherever you are, like I said, what I'm trying to spit out here is that I feel like the obstacle is away. That there's a book called The Obstacle is Away, and that's exactly what I feel for you here. It's like wherever you're bumping up against an obstacle, I would push through that. With the Strength card, you have the King of Cups. In your first reading, we kind of talked about, I wouldn't really call it surprise love. I just feel it's like a slightly unexpected. So I do feel there could be a person who's coming in for you. Even if you're not looking for love, it could be one of those situations where it's like too good to ignore, right? So go for it is what I would say here. For others, I feel like you're just kind of like going about your business in life, and maybe, I feel like maybe you're open to it, but I feel like you're just like surprised that it has come along this quickly. It could be a water sign. I also feel that King of Cups is just saying that it's a person who's very emotionally stable that is coming in for you. Emotional stability has come up quite a bit over the past few months, and it seems to be probably like, the most attractive trait right now. And again, it could be whatever gender you're attracted to, doesn't matter, but I feel like the King of Cups is saying that, kind of having that emotional stability is probably most attractive at this time. With the Emperor, you have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is an ending. It is a total ending as well. To me, the Ten of Swords says that something in your life is dead, done, over with. The Emperor, I kind of was seeing as like an opportunity that you're going to want to say yes to. Remember in your first reading, I was kind of seeing it as it's almost like, your boss comes to you and is like, hey, we want to promote you to this position or whatever. I would just say yes for whatever reason. And again, it makes sense with the Ten of Swords actually, because the Ten of Swords says something is dying. It's like the old position is dying and you're being pushed towards something new. I do feel for others, this would represent the death of a structure in your life. So for some of you, there might be some structural changes going on in your life. I see this for pretty much everyone just based off the astrology. It literally could be anything. For some reason, what's popping into my head is like you going from one bank to another. I don't know. Somebody might be doing that. I don't know why that's important, but it's popping into my head. For others, you could just be, again, going from like one job to another, one business to another. Anything that has structure, you could be changing it. Could be moving as well. With the Death card, you have the Hangman. And again, the Death card also represents something dying. So you have 2 cards of death here. You have the Scorpio card as well, which would also be death. And so I feel for a lot of you, there's a transition that you're going through, a transformation. The Hangman says you have been enlightened to a change that needs to happen. Here's the thing. I kind of see this Ten of Swords in the Emperor as you kind of like seeing something before it happens. I'm pretty sure I've said this to you in the past, and if I'm not wrong, if I have said this to you, then it's definitely true. I feel that some of you, it's like you might see the writing on the wall in a situation. Let's put it that way. Like maybe you see the business you're working for, the company you work for, maybe they're about to go under, and you see it before everyone else does. I feel like this is saying, don't wait to be proven right. I feel like it's saying, take action now. Same thing in a relationship. Like maybe you're in a relationship that's going nowhere and you know it, and it's time you should just leave, right? Before you waste a bunch of time, effort, and energy, right? And I kind of feel that for you here. I don't feel that for all of you. So again, take it how it resonates. But what I would say is I do feel that for some of you. With the Dog spirit, it says be loyal to what you love. You have this Ant spirit, says time to collaborate. These collaboration cards have been coming up like crazy pretty much for everyone. I do feel it's a great time for collaboration. As I always say, teamwork makes the dream work. I feel it is an amazing time to be working with other people. If you have a business, it's an amazing time to be hiring people that can help lift the weight, lift heavy weights and things like that, meaning taking burdens off of your shoulders. It's just a great time to do that. So I feel like doing any of those things would be good here. I also feel this could be good for a relationship. So if you're looking for love, obviously this is a good love reading. With the Two of Wands, you have the Nine of Wands. I feel like the Nine of Wands is saying that it's time for you to like open up. I get more, I guess that's the best way to put it here, Sagittarius. I get more of like an open energy on this Nine of Wands. I'm not really getting traditional like Nine of Wands messaging here. I'm just getting open. That's all I'm getting is just needing to open up to something. So again, like I said, if an opportunity comes into your life quickly with the Knight of Swords, like we were talking about in the first reading, I would be open to it. It doesn't say you have to accept anything into your life. I always say tarot can't control your life. Tarot doesn't say you have to do this, right? Tarot just says there's an opportunity, you might want to look at it. Just be open to it, right? Do you have to accept it? Absolutely not. And I do feel like this could be a love opportunity for some of you, but with the Knight of Swords here, you have the Ace of Pentacles, so it could be a work opportunity as well. It could be any opportunity. Here's the thing about the Ace of Pentacles, is that the Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity that requires energy. It is an opportunity that requires nurturing. Normally there's a garden on the front of the Ace of Pentacles, and that garden, garden needs to be taken care of. It needs to be weeded and watered and fertilized and, all that stuff. So that's why I'm saying be open to it, because maybe the opportunity comes in, maybe it's a job, and maybe it does require a lot of nurturing. Maybe you're really going to have to take care of it. Maybe you're going to have to put in some extra responsibilities and things like that. But the Ace of Pentacles kind of says it's worth it. Same thing with a relationship as well. It's like there could be a relationship coming in. Maybe it's a relationship that requires a little bit more effort than you're used to putting into a relationship. But at the same time, the Ace of Pentacles kind of says probably worth it to put in the effort. And again, if you're worried, I always get comments from people who are always like, I put effort in and I always get hurt. Well, here's your answer right here. Justice. Justice says you put a little in. You don't just rush right in like the Knight of Swords. You put a little effort. If the person returns the effort, then you put in a little bit more. And then they put in a little bit more. Then you put in a little bit more. As long as you're matching energy, you're going to be fine. You're not going to be hurt or anything like that. We get hurt when we put in too much. Put in too much at once or kind of rush in, right? With the Four of Wands, you have the Ace of Swords, so two aces. It's blowing my mind, these readings with the multiple aces. I've never had so many readings in a row, since like the middle of March, where multiple aces have been coming up in the readings. So two aces is a definite yes to any question that I haven't answered. The Ace of Swords is also a victory. And it could also be freedom with that Four of Wands. So I do feel like some of you are being set free from something here. With that funnel card and that coin card, you have this dog far away card. It says a distant friend is thinking of you, and you have this flag card. It says don't be tempted to lower your standards. There you go. Don't lower your standards for some dog that lives far away here, Sagittarius. But in all joking aside, don't lower your standards. I do feel like some of you could be dealing with some like social energy as well. You could be visiting someone from a distance as well. Let's see where this is going. With that Hierophant, you have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups, I feel, is saying get out of your head. Four of Cups is kind of like thinking that things in your life need to go a certain way, and then getting disappointed when they don't go a certain way. I always tell people to be careful of the Four Cups energy, because the Four Cups energy doesn't say stop. It just says you could be manifesting things that you desire to have in your life, but just maybe not how you expect them to manifest. With the Justice card, you have the Three of Cups. I do feel like there could be a celebration or happiness coming in for you with the Three of Cups, so I like to see that. And again, this could be a reunion for those of you that are like visiting an old friend, or maybe an old friend is visiting you. Like I said, with this dog far away thing, this could be very good, could be a very happy moment. Again, I don't think this is a love reunion. I feel like this is more of a friendship reunion. I also feel it is saying that friends could be extremely beneficial for you at this time. Again, Three of Cups, the Ant Spirit, plus the astrology. I keep saying teamwork makes a dream work right now, and I'm going to keep saying it because I feel like it's super important that we try to work together with other people, work on teams or something. It's going to be very beneficial for all of us. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles, card of stability. So I feel like there's a lot of stability for you, and I also feel like you're kind of, evening things out in your life with the Four of Pentacles. I still feel like an obstacle here. Four of Pentacles normally is a guy with a pentacle on his head and one over his heart. It reminds me of Greg Braden, one of my favorite people of all time. He says, when your head and your heart become one, you can move mountains. And I kind of feel like that needs to happen. Remember, we were talking about how the obstacle is like the way in your last reading. Let's see. I just want to get a final outcome here. You have the Queen of Swords. Like, you finally understand what to do in your life to make more progress. So she's finally clear on the actions that she needs to take. The clouds are only halfway up her body. So she finally understands like what she needs to do to get ahead, basically. You have the Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor. Definitely love. Like I said, I mean, this could be true love that is coming in for you here with the Knight of Cups. There could be a Knight in Shining Armor, or, you know, just a person who kind of sweeps you off your feet. Like I said, you know, this whole reading gives me kind of like slightly unexpected vibes. I don't want to make it sound too clickbaity because I don't think it's, you know, that dramatic. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And I just don't think it's like totally shocking you that someone's entering into your life, or you're being given like an amazing opportunity at work. But, you know, I feel like it's a little bit surprising. Again, the Knight of Cups, he is standing in the desert and excuse me, there's water flowing in front of him. He could easily plant seeds in front of him, and that's exactly what he needs to do. So I do feel like this is saying, again, you know, with the Ace of Pentacles, you know, it's kind of like taking care of a garden. I feel like you need to take action on something. And you have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles really just says you have the resources necessary to accomplish your goals. She is a card of resourcefulness, and she uses her resources. You know, her resources could be a talent, gift, skill, or ability. It could be her time. It could be anything, but she uses them to be more successful. Let's clarify this as well. Why not? With the Queen of Swords, you have the Three of Swords. Don't you have it? No. But you have the Three of Swords here. Three of Swords, I feel like, is talking about forgiving the past. I would also watch your health. A lot of people this week have had the Three of Swords, and I would just take care of your health and make sure that you're, like, you know, staying healthy and all those other things with the Three of Swords. With the Knight of Cups, you have the King of Swords. King of Swords is like a card of wisdom and knowledge. Could be attracting a person who's older than you as well. Not always true, but I do feel that for some of you. Really, I feel more of like that mentor energy. If you're experiencing an obstacle, I feel like learning, like I said in your first reading, is going to be very beneficial. And with the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Page of Pentacles. Learning. Page of Pentacles is a card of studiousness. It's a card of like learning how to do something new. So I feel like learning obviously is going to be very successful for you. Page of Pentacles is also my card of like a new person entering into your life. But this is a very good reading. Definitely heading towards more freedom as well. So thank you for being here, Sag. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.